The sputtering traffic in Manhattan has long been blamed on cars and delivery trucks pouring onto the streets from the rest of the city and beyond. Since at least the 1970s, New York City officials have proposed various toll systems to deter drivers from coming over bridges or piling into the busiest neighborhoods. But today, the traffic landscape in the city has undergone a remarkable shift. The problem is not just the congestion coming in, but the congestion that is already here. An explosion of ride-hailing app services has transformed the way that people get around the city and is choking the streets. Midtown traffic crawls at an average of 4.7 miles per hour from 6.5 miles per hour 5 years ago. You'll see an entire row of Lyft, Uber and Juno drivers on the streets waiting to pick people up, said Chance Girbolini, 27, a baker in Lower Manhattan. It seems like everybody's driving the same black sedan there everywhere. About 103,000 for-hire vehicles operate in the city, more than double the roughly 47,000 in 2013, according to the Taxi and Limousine Commission. Of those, 68,000 are affiliated with ride-hailing app companies, including 65,000 with Uber alone, though they may also provide rides for others. In contrast, yellow taxis are capped by city law at just under 13,600. Now a new report finds that ride-hailing cars are often driving on the city's busiest streets with no passengers in effect, creating congestion without any benefits. The report by Bruce Schaller, a former city transportation official, found that more than a third of ride-hailing cars and yellow taxis are empty at any given time during weekdays in Manhattan's main business district. The ride-hailing cars average 11 minutes of unoccupied time compared with 8 minutes for yellow taxis in between dropping off one passenger and picking up another, according to the report. The ride-hailing services have drawn scrutiny as Gov. Andrew M. Cuomo formulates a congestion pricing plan that would not only reduce traffic, but also raise money to modernize the city's subways. A state task force, called Fix New York City, is looking at measures including a new per-ride fee on all for-hire vehicles in Manhattan, which would be paid by passengers, according to those familiar with the discussions. Mr. Cuomo is expected to announce a congestion pricing plan, which must be approved by the state legislature, as soon as January. The governor has been clear we need to reduce gridlock, cut emissions and fund mass transit, said Peter Ajamian, a spokesman for Mr. Cuomo, which is why he empaneled Fix New York City to explore all options. Mayor Michael R. Bloomberg was the last to try a congestion pricing plan, in 2008. His plan, which would have exacted an $8 fee for entering Midtown and Lower Manhattan, died in the state assembly. Across the nation, a handful of cities have imposed per-ride fees. Seattle, which began regulating ride-hailing services in 2014, charges 2 fees totaling 24 cents per ride to cover the costs of regulating and licensing operators and to support wheelchair-accessible cars. Portland, Oregon, began charging passengers a fee of 50 cents per ride in 2016 to pay for safety inspections of cars and other regulatory costs.